What is up, everybody? In today's video, we're talking about the weather across the U.S. and the upcoming severe weather event that is coming for a lot of the U.S. Let's get right into this video. Now, I hope you guys do like my new video layout that I do now have. I know it's blocking out California, but that's just because the main weather is across the central U.S. Drop it down in the comments if you guys like this one better than the new one, or if you want the old one back, the old layout. Let's get right into this weather now. So the first thing that we do have here, we're looking at the dew points. Anything above 60-degree dew points is basically pretty favorable for severe weather, and we are going to see a big plume of this head into a lot of the central U.S. Around the Monday through Tuesday time frame for a lot of these areas, really far north area of moisture that is going to occur with this setup that we are going to have, and this is what I am concerned about right in that area across the northern U.S. If you look at this moisture that's really pluming up across these areas into even Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Kansas, Missouri areas from Monday through Tuesday. If we go to the surface-based Cape, anything above 1,000 joules per kilogram is very favorable for severe weather. We're going to have plenty of it. This is a lot for just April, especially for this far north. We're going to be seeing plentiful convective potential energy, which is basically instability and basically provides the strength for thunderstorms to strengthen across the U.S. See these big yellow into the orange and red areas across portions of Missouri, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Kansas, and Nebraska. That's what's favorable for severe weather on Monday and even into Tuesday, further south across Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, into Kentucky, and Texas and Oklahoma areas, which is why we are so concerned about this potential severe weather threat, and that's why I'm going to get into this. If we look at the first thing here, we do have a severe weather event right now that's currently occurring, kind of for Amarillo areas into portions of Kansas, Texas Panhandle, Oklahoma Panhandle. Is all under the severe weather threat, but it's not going to be too significant. And then it's going to continue across portions of Oklahoma in the Texas Panhandle for the next few days or so, but not really too significant severe weather threats. Mostly pretty marginal to slight severe weather threat. But the main thing we're going to be talking about is this day 6 threat that we now do have across portions of Oklahoma all the way up through Minnesota and Wisconsin, really far north than usual for this time of year, which is why we are concerned for this severe weather threat for portions of Oklahoma into Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. Now, this is day 6, so we are still very far out for this threat on Monday, meaning we don't know exactly where the most dangerous severe weather is going to be and how significant the hazards will be. All we do know right now is it's looking pretty significant, and it's looking like there could potentially be an all-hazards severe weather event for some part of the U.S. in this area here that is included in the yellow areas. Now, the severe weather threat kind of shifts a little bit to the south, and remember, for these days, start to be weather aware and get prepared now, as this could be a significant severe weather event. Now, if we get to day 7 on Tuesday, we're going to even further out here for Tuesday, but our severe weather threat kind of shifts a little bit further south into portions of Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, into portions of Illinois, Indiana, into portions of Michigan areas that we do have this severe weather threat that is in effect. Now, I do think that Monday could potentially be a little more significant with Tuesday, but do not let your guard down for Tuesday, as that could be a significant severe weather event too, as we have a lot of instability for Tuesday as well. But this does include portions of Little Rock, Arkansas, into St. Louis, Missouri, Chicago's all in this, Indianapolis, almost even to Detroit areas. So all the way from Texas all the way up to Michigan, into Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and Michigan. This is all under the gun for severe weather on Tuesday. Now, the same thing, I do think this could potentially be an all-hazards threat, but once we get closer to this threat, we will get more details on how significant it will be and where the most affected areas will be. But just make sure to be prepared for those areas. Now, aside from the severe weather, if we do look at the temperature anomalies across a lot of the U.S., we're going to be in for some above average temperatures for a lot of these areas across the U.S. that is going to occur across a lot of the central U.S. We are going to see a little area of cold temperatures start to plume in on that severe weather threat, but this was going to kind of end a little bit for a lot of the U.S. This little area of cold air on Saturday may start to go in a little bit, but it's going to change here. Once we get into about the Monday to Tuesday time frame, a lot of the central U.S. is going to be in for some really above average temperatures. The western U.S. is more going to be average temperatures, but the central U.S. is going to be in for some really warm and above average temperatures that is going to come into play here for a lot of the eastern and central U.S. for a long time. And then maybe once we get later into the period, later next week, we start to see more of the above average temperatures into the western U.S. and colder temperatures in the eastern U.S. may start to see more of a pattern flip once we get later into once we get to the start of May and really late into April. But right now, for the next week and a half or so, it's going to be more above average temperatures for the eastern U.S. and more below average temperatures for the western U.S. definitely on Monday there. Alright, hope everybody did enjoy this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more updates on my YouTube channel. I will post another video before we get to this significant severe weather event that could be coming late during the weekend into the start of next week. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Tell me in the comments if you guys like the new graphics or the old graphics better. I do have the old graphics up currently right now, and bye everybody.